What's up, VC? Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. Doing a Get Off My Turntable, an episode of Get Off My Turntable. Just stuff I have been listening to. 5 records, real quick video. Stuff I've been listening to over and over and over again. For some reason, I either pulled them out of the collection for something, or maybe it's a new arrival that I've fallen in love with. But yeah, Get Off My Turntable. Stuff I've been listening to like crazy the last couple weeks. The first one, I pulled this out for something. I don't remember why I pulled this out, but this is Ghost, Midnight Sun. This is Sean Lennon's band. I don't believe they still make records together, but this is a fantastic psychedelic rock record. Him and his girlfriend Charlotte. She sings a bunch of songs. He sings a bunch of songs. He is a terrific guitarist. Does not get talked about as a good guitarist. A lot of it's Beatlesque. There's no doubt about that. Very Beatley sound, but it works. It really works. I saw him on this tour. He opened for somebody. I can't remember who he opened for. I was trying to remember. But he opened for somebody on this tour, and he was absolutely fantastic and blew me away as far as a guitarist. And somebody told me that at the time he had been living in New York, and his roommate, I don't know why Sean Lennon needs a roommate, but I guess it's New York. Everyone needs a roommate. His roommate at the time was Nels Cline of Wilco, the avant-garde jazz guitarist and just extraordinary guitarist, a wonderful steel pedal player, really, really talented guitarist. And they were roommates for a while. I don't know if they still are. This was quite a while ago. So I'm thinking he learned quite a bit from Nels. This is a terrific record, very psychedelic, kind of Beatley. It's a good thing. Check it out. I think it's called, I think the Ghost of the Saber-Toothed Tiger is, I think, what Ghost stands for. Next up, we pulled this out. I was listening to this record because on my other channel, the Vinyl Community Gunkles, you should sub them up, we were talking about 1983 and some of our favorite albums from 1983, and I pulled out this one. This is one of my favorite albums from 1983, one of the most underrated bands of the 80s. This is The Fix, Reach the Beach. This is the big one they had with, excuse me. This one had One Thing Leads to Another, was a Sign of Fire, Saved by Zero, Deeper and Deeper, title track, Reach the Beach. Just a really, really cool record. And I just think one of the most underrated bands of the 80s. They were absolutely terrific. They didn't make a bad record. I saw them live about 7 years ago, and they kicked ass. They absolutely kicked ass. They had a new album out at the time. I think it was called Gimme Friction and Gimme Fiction, something like that. Is that the name of it? I'm not sure, but it was also really good. It's not, I don't think it's available on vinyl, but still making records and still really, really solid band. I think almost all the original members are still with them too. There may be like one guy who's not, but yeah, really, really good band. Great record. What a great record. This is a record store release from a couple of years ago. I think it's on Blue. Yeah, it's on Blue. Boom. Everyone loves the colored vinyl. Yeah, so really, really cool record. I've been listening to it over and over and over. This next one, I mentioned this in one of my last videos when I was talking about the jazz musicians who are still alive and making music. And it was basically about the younger generation of jazz musicians. And I talked about this record briefly. It came out a couple years ago. This is Moses Boyd, and it is called Dark Matter. He is a drummer, British, I believe, and he's absolutely fantastic. This is a stunning, stunning jazz, free jazz, forward-thinking record. It is interesting. It's fun. He's got some great guitarist on here. He is a spectacular drummer. I am just in love with this guy. I got the indie exclusive Splatter vinyl, which I will show you. It's got this crazy shiny inner sleeves. It's a double record. Pretty cool for all you people who love splattered vinyl and colored vinyl. Yeah, great record. I can't get enough of this guy. This is, I believe, is his only I believe it's his only album as a leader. He does play on a lot of other people's records, but Moses Boyd, Dark Matter. If you guys are into current jazz musicians, this one's a little more straightforward jazz, but it does get out there a little bit, and he does mix in a couple of loops and some electronic stuff, but man, it's really, really good. There's also a vocalist on here on a couple of songs too, which she's really, really interesting. So yeah, Moses Boyd. I pulled this out because I love this record, and I bought this years and years and years ago on CD, and I've had it for years on vinyl. I'm actually going to go see him. This is, so I pulled out the record because I hadn't listened to it for a while. But this is the Benavito Russo Duo. It is called, what is it called? Last Reason to Lie in the Sun, or Last Reason to Buy the Sun. It is a double record. It is a cool artwork, right? I'm going to see Marco Benavito in February. I got tickets to see him. He's kind of this reminds me a lot of like Medeski, Martin, and Wood, if you guys remember them. Very similar style, kind of that funk jazz rock, and it is excellent. It's an excellent record. I think they made 2 records. There's one other one, but this is my favorite of the 2. Really, really cool. It's a double record. Sounds really, really good. So the Benavito Russo Duo, band last time I said a band nobody's ever heard of, I got chastised in the comments telling me that I was an asshole for saying shit like that. It's a band very few people know about, but check them out. Very, very cool. And then the last one, my good friend Jeff, who does not make videos and should, because he knows a ton about jazz and pressings and everything. He's a great knowledge. He suggested I get this. I'm not the biggest Alice Coltrane fan. Some of the stuff gets a little too out there for me, but he's like, Mike, you have to pick this up. It is absolutely fantastic. And so I picked this up, and he is absolutely right. This is Alice Coltrane. I am not going to butcher the name, but man, this thing smokes. Her piano playing on here is unreal. The second song, I'll butcher this too. No, I can't even pronounce it. The second song, I'm not even going to try. The second song is just the highlight of this whole record. It's a 9-minute song, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So pick this up. These are done at Third Man Records. We don't know if they're digital. I'm assuming they are, but who cares? It's all about the music, baby. And this thing is a smoking record. You guys, that's it. Hope everyone's doing good. Questions, comments, snide remarks down below, and I will talk to you very soon. Got a concert review coming up, and a new series starting in a few weeks. Bye.